So you might be in a position right now where you want to get your homework done, but you don't really want to put that much effort into it, or you don't want to waste a lot of time doing it, especially for these menial tasks that only serve to put points in the grade book. Well, you can use AI, but you got to be smarter than just, copy pasting the results. So I'm just going to go over like a few things first. Remember that for social studies or history classes, you need to always try and look up an answer key first, because tools like this are kind of the last resort. If you can't do it by yourself with your own brain power, like you're running out of time, and if you can't find an answer key, then use the AI. And it's okay for sciences where you need to justify your opinion on a post lab or something similar, or where you just need it to be graded for completion. This is perfect for that. And another thing to note is that you cannot use it for math because it gets answers wrong and it's really hard to format your answers. So instead, if you need to get your homework for math done fast, just look it up on an online calculator. Or if you need to actually understand the content, look up a YouTube video. There's tons of YouTube videos that will actually go step by step on how to solve the problems. It's again the paradox of how you sit in class the entire time trying to focus, and then you go home, watch a YouTube video, and it explains it all. So, without further ado, here is just a few examples. So I had to write an obituary for Charlemagne for a medieval history class, and I did not just ask the AI to write it. Of course, I gave it the prompt, things like that. But then I shortened it a bit using my own brain, and then I went on over to the paraphrasing tool, copy paste into here. You may or may not have the length limit reached, so you just got to do chunks at a time. And then that still is not good enough to pass the ChatGPT detectors. And yes, these ones are pretty old. This is GPT-2 and this is GPT-3, apparently 4 detector. And both of these, as you can see, they had this one said mine was 5% fake. This one said it was 4% fake. But what you need to do is you need to just generate the prompt. Okay, so that's step one. And then you'll get a long page similar to this. And then what you need to do is Quillbot it. Okay, then you copy and paste it in and say, using these steps to the AI to rewrite the article. And what it will do is it'll change the nouns and verbs to similar ones. And by the way, I will have this in the description. You do not need to copy it. I found it in some YouTube comments. But what it will do is it will reduce its, AI detection rate, I guess you could say. Now, note that this is not foolproof. Please do not use this if you are in college, and if you get a 0 on this, you'll fail your class or something, because that's very expensive. Instead, just don't procrastinate. Obviously, the detectors haven't caught up on them yet, but you never know. It's always improving day by day. So, with that being said, please do not use it for writing full English papers. Just use it to get the ideas for your English papers, and then actually write it yourself while also kind of copying from the AI, right? And if you need to summarize a book, I've noticed a lot of the time that if you put in and you ask for a specific chapter of the book, it will just make up something completely random and completely wrong. Okay, so do not use it to summarize a book chapter. Just go on YouTube, look up Course Hero, book summary, chapter, whatever, and if it's a Shakespeare or something like that that's really hard to understand, it'll definitely be on YouTube. Otherwise, Spark Notes it, okay? So that's, again, just use AI as your last resort. And for any argument papers, so let's say, well, this is like a castle story. I also did this with ChatGPT. But for any arguments, things like that, Like, I had a business project. I'm actually working on this currently, and this is kind of a notes thing. So this is not fully, steamed out, rolled out, improved upon, but you can go through a rubric and just have the prompt and then give yourself full responses for each of these, and this will end up being turned into a slideshow anyways, but which means that it won't be able to be detected by ChatGPT or whatever, because I'm only taking the main points from this. And as you can see, I did not change the formatting on that. But anyways, if you want to, what I'm getting at is, if you want to get a fully detailed response from ChatGPT, make it woke, okay? So if you have any sort of argument that you need to make or a business project, make it woke, because the AI is biased towards making everything woke. Like, I told it to make a company that was for fashion and included all body sizes, and then it brought up like sustainability, empowering, and it wrote some great taglines with that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, just to show you the errors, I had a English assignment where I had to choose a book out of 60 to read, and all of them are garbage, so I just wanted to choose the shortest one. And I told it to rank it from shortest to longest, and it kept getting it wrong over and over again, and I just had to keep on correcting it, and it gave me a different answer for each book each time. So just be careful with that, guys. Again, don't use it for math. It's okay for sciences when it's just graded for completion, and when it's anything for a social studies class, look up the answer key first. If it's math and you need to understand it, watch a Course Hero video, because these answers will be completely wrong if you try to do math on here. And then if you need to make something that's written out like an argument form, make it woke and it will be fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys got something out of it. Again, I'll leave this prompt in the description, but stay safe out there, guys.